Hello and welcome everybody. Hello travelers. It's nice to see you all here. Thanks for joining me. And my name is Frank Succardi, also called CyborgPrime. I'm a programmer and multimedia content creator, and I love RPG gaming. And I'm a big super fan of Traveler. It's my favorite game. And so I came up with, I've had an idea for an AI-powered virtual GM. And so I got a hold of ChatGPT, and I've been experimenting with it for a few months, and I came up with a pretty decent gaming prompt. And since I love Traveler, I've just been doing this in like a sci-fi genre. Although this virtual GM can make games for any genre. Um, it's what it's doing is I did not carry over any of the mechanics of the game, but the look and feel of the game. So that's why it can generate or can work in any genre. Let's see. I hope everybody can hear me at home. I'm monitoring all the chats. So as we go along, you'll be able to see the response from the AI. We'll put in our move. I'll be consulting the YouTube chat, the Twitch chat, and the Discord chat. And then if you want to get into any of those things, the descriptions in the links are in the description of this video. Sorry, I keep looking over there. That's my monitor. I want to make sure everything's going good and there aren't any questions in the stream at the moment. Let's see. So what we're doing, what I wanted to see is if I could create a solo gaming experience using ChatGPT as the virtual game master. And the results actually were pretty surprising. It worked really well. There were some limitations, especially as the story gets longer, because ChatGPT can only see a window of the chat of the conversation that's so big. It's actually been increased to 20 pages worth of tokens now, so that should be an improvement. And so as long as we keep talking about the same subjects and bringing things up before they pass out of the window of the ChatGPT's attention, it'll remember those things. So that explains why on previous adventures when we said we saved the chocolate bar, the candy bars, and later on when we looked at the candy bars, it wasn't chocolate anymore. It was some other strawberry or something. So that explains that. Anyway, this is all experimental, and if it works out cool and it is something people are interested in, I'll find a way to link it on my website. So yeah, feel free to come join us in the Discord. Where we're broadcasting live, and or like I said, I'll take messages from the chats on either Twitch or YouTube, as well as the Discord. All right, so I see we got a couple folks here in the studio. Thank you for joining me, Myth and Sector. All right, so this is going to be part 2 of Rescue at Horizons Colony, and what that is last time. We're the chief engineer on a ship that's been dispatched in response to a distress call on the New Horizons colony on Epsilon Prime. When we get there, by the time we get, there's no communications with the colony. So by the time we get there and we send down a landing party, we find out that most of the crew of the colony has been disappeared. That there was some sort of these anomalies showed up, and these weird structures of unknown origin. We're thinking like the original inhabitants. I guess the explanation was that they were camouflaged or covered, and that's why we hadn't noticed them, and that this might be tied to the anomaly. So these strange anomalies and unknown structures popped up, and then the crew started disappearing. So now we have, I believe Dr. Reynolds is our contact on the colony, and we've managed to actually make our way to the colony and make contact with him and some of his crew. So let's recap. I'll go back over some of the things that happened last time here. If anybody again has any questions or observations or anything, feel free to hit that chat and get that information to me. Happy to take your moves or observations. So we're just going to go back here. Okay. Here's the recap of the adventure so far. Is everybody, anybody monitoring the YouTube channel? I hope I'm coming through okay on the audio, because I have to have the things muted here. Alrighty, guys. Here we go. Your Chief Engineer Remic Starcross, part of the crew aboard the Stellaris, a starship responding to a distress call from the New Horizons colony on Epsilon Prime. As the Chief Engineer, you play a crucial role in maintaining ship systems and ensuring a safe journey. Upon arriving at Epsilon Prime, you discovered an abandoned colony and encountered Dr. Reynolds, the colony's leader. Together, you investigated the anomalies that plagued the colony and the mysterious disappearances of its crew members. Implementing the buddy system and gathering data through a science probe were key steps in your progress. Throughout your journey, you communicated with your commander, exchanged information with Dr. Reynolds, and coordinated with the other away teams exploring the planet's surface. You uncovered valuable insights into the anomalies, including their energy patterns and temporal fluctuations. As the adventure progressed, you faced minor obstacles such as repairing a secondary generator and restoring the communications array. Overcoming these challenges earned you experience points. With the help of your science probe, you conducted deep scans and gathered data on the anomalies. The exploration of the unidentified structures near the colony sparked further investigation and speculation about their connection to the disappearances. Your commanding officer emphasized the importance of safety and meticulous planning, particularly regarding the proposal to move the science probe closer to the event horizon of one of the anomalies. Collaboration with the science team, maintaining communication with the away teams, and sharing information became paramount. The adventure unfolded with a sense of mystery, danger, and a desire to uncover the truth behind the anomalies and rescue the missing crew members. Your journey has showcased your expertise as an engineer, your leadership in coordinating teams, and your determination to unravel the mysteries of Epsilon Prime. As the adventure continues, there are still unanswered questions and challenges to face. The fate of the New Horizons colony and the discoveries that await you on Epsilon Prime remain to be seen. Let's know your next course of action and we'll continue the story accordingly. Okay, so are you sure it says waiting? Sector, try refreshing. On my monitor, it's live. And thank you for checking. All right. So, the next thing is I wanted to describe, please describe what the New Horizon colony looks like from the outside. Just a sec, we're doing some checks. All right. One user sees me and the other one says waiting. So hopefully the stream's going through. Okay. All right. The New Horizon colony sits nestled amidst the diverse and picturesque landscape of Epsilon Prime. The colony is built with a blend of modern technology and a harmonious integration with the natural surroundings. From the outside, you observe a series of interconnected buildings. Well, you know what might be happening is there is a live stream that might say waiting because you know what? There might be two. Let me see. I want to get it straightened out before I continue because I don't want people to leave people hanging. Okay, yeah, there is one that says upcoming. Yeah, I didn't tap into that. My restreamer didn't tap into that, so I'm gonna go kill that other one real fast and see if the people figure it out.
It's sort of interesting that YouTube is about a second behind Discord, so it's very weird having them both off.
Yeah, I would turn off the audio after checking. Sorry, come to the other stream. This one didn't get linked. Sorry guys, this is only like my third stream this year, and I botched it. So hopefully the folks in the waiting will come to the other stream. The proper one. Yeah. It still shows spinning over here, but I see that when I started the simulcast, that started a new stream instead of tapping into the stream that was waiting. So sorry. I'll figure this out eventually. At any rate, hopefully the folks on the other who are waiting will come over here. Maybe I should actually cancel that other thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Sorry, folks. Just change it to... Okay, there we go. Hopefully they'll figure it out. They'll refresh their browsers and they will join us. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. All right. There we go. Everything's sorted out now. Okay, let's continue. The New Horizons colony sits nestled amidst the diverse and picturesque landscape of Epsilon Prime. The colony is built with a blend of modern technology and a harmonious integration with the natural surroundings. From the outside, you observe a series of interconnected buildings and structures, constructed with sturdy materials and designed to withstand the planet's environmental conditions. Let me just do one more thing. Sorry, folks. Okay, there we go. I just wanted to put the link out here so that people could find it. Okay, sorry folks. Looks like I bamboozled the streams. Okay. So the main command building where you initially met Dr. Reynolds stands at the heart of the colony. It's a multi-level structure with reinforced walls and large windows that allow a view of the interior. Other buildings include residential quarters, research facilities, storage warehouses, and recreational areas. The colony's architecture displays a combination of functionality and aesthetics. Structures are designed to blend with the natural environment, featuring earthy tones and organic shapes. Lush vegetation surround the buildings, providing a soothing backdrop and a sense of harmony in the planet's ecosystem. The colony's power generators and communications arrays are strategically positioned to ensure efficient functionality and connectivity. Notice solar panels capturing the planet's abundant sunlight, providing a sustainable energy source for the colony's needs. Despite the apparent tranquility from the outside, there's an eerie atmosphere due to the mysteries and disappearances that have plagued the colony. The unexplained nature of the anomalies casts a shadow over the once vibrant settlement, creating an underlying tension and a sense of the unknown. As you observe the New Horizons colony from the outside, you feel a mix of intrigue, concern, and determination to uncover the truth behind its current state. The adventure continues as you delve deeper into the colony's mysteries and work towards finding the answers. All right, folks. So what's our opening move?
I would think before going inside, we'd have a good look around outside.
Yes, we did that last time. I think what we're where we are now is inside, meeting with the doctor, and we're trying to figure out what to do with the science probe. I think was where we left off last time. So, did you want to go outside and look at the anomaly, or look at the anomaly? Just looks like a weird shimmer in the air, like a distortion. There are some unexplored structures of unknown design. We can send the away teams to go look at those. We could we could call all the remaining colony staff together and see if we can get like ideas from them about what's going on, or if they think it, what they think the anomaly is and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Do sort of like the idea of sending the landing party or the away team to the structures and see what's going on over there. And then while they're doing that, we can talk to the staff.
Okay, let's do that. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Yes, hello Orwellian. Horseman of the Apocalypse, long time no see, buddy. GMs, we don't need no stinking GMs. We got robot GMs. Alright, here we go. Alright. You establish communication with the away teams, relaying important information about the unidentified structures in your request for investigation. Teams acknowledge the update and understand the urgency of the situation. Team Alpha, Lieutenant Patel. Understood, Chief Engineer Starcross. We are approximately 2 kilometers from the nearest structure. We will divert our route and investigate the structure immediately. We'll report back our findings as soon as possible. Team Bravo with Captain Rodriguez. Acknowledged, Chief Engineer. We are currently dealing with the energy signature in the forested area, but once we conclude our investigation here, we'll direct our attention to the nearby structure. We'll keep you updated. Team Charlie, Lieutenant Nguyen. Copy that, Chief Engineer Starcross. We're exploring the underground caves, but we can divert our attention to the structure if needed. Actually, let's leave Team Charlie in the caves. With the away teams informed and ready, proceed to coordinate the meeting with Dr. Reynolds and the remaining colonists. It's a crucial opportunity to share off. Okay, now would you like to organize the meeting? Okay, first, cancel the order on Charlie team. Please return to exploring the caves. Then, would you like to set a specific location? Okay. Dr. Reynolds, please assemble your staff and join us in the cafeteria for... Oh. That's how they're spelled in the future. And join us in the cafeteria, the cafeterium. For a storming session about the anomalies and to cover some crew. All right. Well, first an observation. This thing here, this is, as the GM, I'll simulate the responses. It didn't start out doing this. There was a misunderstanding with the GM, and now it's started prefacing its moves with this. So just ignore that. All right, Team Charlie, understood. We'll continue exploring the underground caves as initially planned. Provide updates. All right. Okay. With that clarified, you turn your attention to Dr. Reynolds and issue the invitation for the brainstorming session in the cafeteria. Dr. Reynolds, certainly, Chief Engineer Starcross. I will gather my staff immediately and join you in the cafeteria for the brainstorming session. We appreciate your proactive approach to addressing the anomalies and recovering our missing crew members. We'll be there shortly. Dr. Reynolds acknowledges the importance of the meeting and the opportunity to collaborate with the crew of the Stellaris. You make your way to the cafeteria, the central gathering place within the colony, and prepare for your brainstorming session. The tables are arranged to accommodate Dr. Reynolds and his staff. All right, how would you like to kick off the brainstorming meeting? Let's see. Thank you all for joining me. Oops. Starcross, the Chief here aboard the Stellaris. That's my upgraded science probe out there, sending us telemetry. Now, special observations. Drifts. Does anybody have Does anybody have any hypotheses about the crew? All right, let's see. The room falls into thoughtful silence for a moment as Dr. Reynolds and his staff consider your words. After a brief pause, one of the scientists raises his hand. Dr. Rodriguez, thank you, Chief Engineer Starcross. This is indeed an intriguing hypothesis. Considering the temporal fluctuations detected near the anomalies, the possibility of a time portal is worth exploring further. However, I would also like to propose an alternative theory. She continues, her voice fixed with a mixture of curiosity and caution. What if these anomalies are not just temporal rifts, but rather dimensional gateways? Perhaps the crew members have inadvertently crossed into another dimension, parallel to our own. This would explain their disappearance and the mysterious nature of the anomalies. It's a hypothesis worth investigating alongside the time-temporal theory. Other members of Dr. Reynolds' staff nod in agreement, signaling their openness to explore different possibilities. All right, thank you, Dr. Reynolds says, thank you, Dr. Rodriguez, for offering an alternative perspective. Both the time portal and dimensional gateway theories hold merit. Our goal should be to gather as much data as possible to support or refute these hypotheses. Let's brainstorm further and think about potential ways to bridge these gaps in our understanding. The discussion continues with the scientists exchanging ideas, speculation, and potential avenues for investigation. The atmosphere in the cafeteria is filled with a mixture of excitement and determination. How would you like to contribute to the brainstorming? Okay. What if your chief... No. What if... What do we want to do? We want to get the... Let me think. All right, well, we want to differentiate between a time portal and a dimensional portal. So I guess we need to reconfigure the probe, right?
That makes sense, yeah. We need data, right? We need to know, what is the best way to tell the difference between the two.
Okay. The scientists contemplate your question, considering the feasibility of configuring the science probe to differentiate between a dimensional portal and a temporal rift. Chief Engineer, that's an excellent suggestion. While the probe's current configuration is primarily focused on gathering data related to anomalies, we can certainly modify its sensor array to collect specific readings that might help distinguish between a dimensional portal and a temporal rift. She continues, her voice filled with determination. To achieve this, we would need to analyze the patterns of energy, spatial distortions, and any unique signatures associated with these phenomena. By cross-referencing the data collected from the anomalies and comparing it to establish theories on temporal rifts and dimensional gateways, we may be able to identify distinct characteristics. Other scientists nod in agreement, showing their support. All right, Dr. Reynolds says, agreed. It's an avenue worth exploring. We can collaborate with the engineering team to modify the Pro sensor array and configure it to prioritize the collection of data specific to dimensional gateways or temporal rifts. All right? The meeting continues with a renewed sense of purpose, focusing on the necessary modifications. All right. Direct the probe to the engineering bay. Go there. Bring along any staff that be full figuring. Sound okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You take charge of the situation and swiftly organize a team of skilled engineers and technicians to accompany you to the engineering bay. The goal is to meet the science probe upon its return and assist with the reconfiguration of its sensor array. Accompanied by your team, you make your way to the engineering bay, a spacious and well-equipped area designed for maintenance, repairs, and technological advancements. The hum of machinery fills the air as you arrive, ready to tackle the task at hand. After a brief wait, the science probe lands gracefully near the entrance of the engineering bay. Its hatch opens, revealing the probe's data storage module. Carefully retrieve the module and begin examining the collected data while your team prepares the necessary equipment for the reconfiguration process. This is so cool. As you analyze the data, you notice distinctive energy patterns and spatial anomalies associated with the anomalies in the surrounding environment. This information will serve as a valuable reference for modifying the probe sensor array to differentiate between a dimensional portal and a temporal rift. The gathered insights, your team starts working on reconfiguring the sensor array of the science probe. They carefully make adjustments, calibrate the sensors, and enhance the data collection capabilities to focus on the specific signatures and energy patterns of interest. The process takes some time, but with expertise and coordination, your team successfully completes the configuration. The science probe is now equipped with enhanced capabilities to differentiate between temporal dimensional portals and temporal rifts. All right. Very well. Let's go back to the science lab, and I'll patch the probe's telemetry Okay. You gather your team and make your way back to the science lab, a dedicated space within the colony equipped with advanced research equipment and data analysis tools. The lab provides a controlled environment for studying and interpreting the collected data from the anomalies. Once inside the lab, you connect to your workstation. Once inside the lab, you connect your workstation to the science probe's telemetry and control systems. The data starts streaming into your terminal, displaying the real-time readings and the sensor data captured by the modified science probe. The enhanced capabilities of the probe sensor array allow for more precise and detailed observations of the anomalies. The telemetry and controls are seamlessly integrated with your workstation, providing you with direct access. Carefully analyze the incoming data, looking for any distinguishing characteristics or anomalies that might help differentiate between a dimensional portal and temporal rift. The visual representations, energy signature, and spatial distortions captured by the probe sensors provide valuable insights and new avenues. As you delve into the data, you notice intriguing patterns and correlations that could offer clues. Okay. Simulate the drone status screen. Please. Okay. Science Probe Mark II, status online, telemetry strong, power level 92. Sensor array, spatial distortion scanner, calibrated, energy analyzer, optimal, temporal anomaly detector. Figured for enhanced analysis. This is so cool. Okay. Data readings, spatial distortions, detected near anomalies A and B, energy fluctuations, unusual fluctuations detected at C and D, temporal dilation observed at anomaly E. Alright. Telemetry is stable. Controls patched to Chief Engineer Starcross Station. Current mission: collect data on dimensional portals and portal risk. Gather specific signatures. Next task: awaiting further instructions. Alright. Drone status screen appears with the current status. The Science Probe Mark II, highlighting its online status, telemetry signal strength, power level, and data collection. The sensor array is listed, indicating the calibration enhancements made to each component. The data readings section summarizes the findings, including the detection of spatial distortions. Alright. Telemetry feed is stable, and the drone's controls have been successfully patched to your workstation. The current mission focuses on collecting data. Okay. Dispatch. Probe. Intercept. Anomaly. Assist to colony. Position. At You input the command into your workstation, instructing the Science Probe Mark II to initiate an intercept course with the anomaly closest to the colony. The probe's engines hum to life as it takes off from its docking station and head towards its designated target. With precision and caution, the probe approaches the anomaly, reducing its velocity to hold a stable position at a distance of 20 meters. Sensors of the probe activate, scanning the anomaly with meticulous detail, capturing data that will shed light on its nature and properties. As the probe conducts the scan, the telemetry feed from the drone systems streams directly into your workstation. Real-time data and visual representations of the anomaly's composition, energy fluctuations, and any other notable characteristics appear on your screen. You meticulously analyze the scan results, searching for any distinct patterns, unusual energy signatures, or spatial anomalies. Alright. What specific aspects of the scan would we like to focus on? We want to just take a scan here and like move the probe to a new position, take another scan, and then we have something to cross-reference, or what do you think you guys should do now? Or
be
do we want
interested
to look at a specific, like it's saying, what aspects of the scan do we want to look at, or
It'd be interesting. Could we see a telemetry scan similar to like you saw the status before?
yeah, let's see. Simulate. What are we asking it to do? We want the scan results.
The telemetry feed basically.
Okay.
What are we seeing?
Okay, simulate the. Okay. Spatial distortions, moderate. Frequency varying. Distortion fields extending approximately 5 meters from the anomaly center. Alright, that's something we didn't know before. Energy signatures, exotic. Fluctuations, high amplitude, irregular pattern. Energy source, originating from within the anomaly structure, okay. Temporal anomalies, time dilation minimal. Localized effect observed within the anomaly. No significant displacement, okay. The anomaly is composed of a non-organic unknown material. Intricate and geometrically complex. Estimated diameter of the anomaly structure is 15 meters. No signs of life detected within the anomaly. No significant electromagnetic interference. Spatial integrity of the anomaly remains stable at present. The telemetry feed from the Science Probe Mark II displays the current data gathered during the detailed scan. The timestamp indicates the time, and the location specified is Anomaly A. The feed provides information about spatial distortions, energy signatures. Okay, the spatial distortions exhibit a moderate intensity and varying frequency, and a distortion field is extending approximately 5 meters from the anomaly center. Energy signatures within the anomaly are described as exotic, displaying high amplitude fluctuations. Okay. Temporal anomalies with show minimum time dilation. Okay, good. No significant time displacement. Structural analysis reveals that the anomaly is composed of unknown material, non-organic in nature. The architectural design appears intricate and geometrically complex. Estimated diameter 15 meters. Additional notes mention the absence of life signs within the anomaly. Okay. Alright, should we move closer?
It's like someone had the idea of running a comparison scan with another anomaly. Like Sector did.
Yes. Sector. Yeah, we can. All right. Pair. Well, I think the thing is we only have one scan with the enhanced scan with the enhanced scanners. So if we compare it to the previous scan, we're going to be comparing it to just the one we had it configured for before. Like what I'm saying, I guess, is like a weaker scan. So maybe what we should do is move it closer, or even same distance but different position, and do another scan, or find another one of the other anomalies and scan that. Then see if there's any differences or similarities between those two anomalies. Would that be helpful?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's worth a try, right?
Okay. All right. Oh, good idea, Sector. Okay. Input the telemetry data into your workstation and initiate a cross-reference search with the Imperial database. The system processes the information, comparing the findings from the science probe scanned with any records of similar occurrences in the vast database. After a brief moment, the results appear on your screen, presenting you with a selection of relevant records. Anomaly, temporal rift, sector, spatial distortions, high energy fluctuations, and time dilation effects observed. Similar structural composition and architectural complexity. Possible connection to alternate dimension. Alright. Dimensional portal. And nebula. Exotic energy signatures. Intricate geometric design. Absence of life signs. And stable spatial integrity. Reports of personnel entering the anomaly and experiencing dimensional displacement. Alright. Distortion field extending from anomaly center. Unpredictable energy fluctuations, limited data available due to high risk of probe integrity. Possible link to parallel universe. Okay, research outpost Sigma 7, distortion of space-time continuum, extreme gravitational forces categorized as high-level danger, no confirmed connections to missing personnel. Okay. The cross-reference search yields several relevant records. Description of several anomalies, including temporal rift, dimensional portals, spatial vortexes, and quantum singularities. The anomalies exhibit characteristics such as spatial distortions, energy fluctuations, intricate design, and absence of life signs. Okay, as you review the records, you notice similarity between the findings of the science probe and the documented occurrences in the database. The data suggests a correlation, hinting at the possibility on Epsilon Prime share similarities with these previously recorded phenomena. Okay. Specific aspects or details from the cross-reference results would you like to focus on? Are there any particular records or observations? Were missing crew ever covered from these? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not possible. Delve deeper into cross-referencing the results, specifically focusing on any information regarding the recovery of missing crew members in relation to the matching phenomena. No records of instances of crew members being recovered from within the rift. Extreme time dilation effects and limited exploration capabilities pose significant challenges. Several instances of crew members successfully retrieved from within the dimensional portal. Specialized rescue operations conducted with the aid of advanced dimensional navigational technology. Alright. Limited data available due to the high risk of associated with entering the vortex. No confirmed reports of crew member. No recorded instances of crew members being recovered from within the singularity. Extreme gravitational forces or irreversible spatial distortions render rescue attempts unfeasible. Okay, so there was an example of people being helped, but they had to have advanced dimensional navigational technology. For temporal rifts, no recorded instance of crew members. Factors make it, okay. In the case of dimensional portals, there are several instances of successful crew member recoveries. Specialized rescue operations leveraging advanced dimensional navigation technology have been conducted to retrieve personnel. Regarding spatial vortexes, limited data is available due to the high risk. Okay, as for quantum singularities, no recorded instances of crew member recoveries from within the singularity. The extreme gravitational forces and spatial distortions make rescue unfeasible. Alright. I don't think we have that transdimensional navigational technology. Dr. Reynolds. What if we send the probe to the channel is there a way travel to another dimension without vacational? Dr. Reynolds ponders your question, considering the possibility of sending the probe into a dimensional rift without advanced dimensional navigation technology. It's an intriguing idea. While the probe is equipped with enhanced sensors and can withstand certain environmental conditions, traveling to another dimension poses significant challenges. Without advanced dimensional navigation technology, the probe may face unpredictable distortions and potentially become irretrievable. However, we can analyze the data collected by the probe so far and search for any patterns or anomalies that might provide insights into the dimensional nature of the rift. By further studying the energy signature, spatial distortions, and other phenomena, we may be able to devise a plan to enhance the probe's capabilities and increase its chances of successful exploration. Dr. Reynolds suggests collaborating with the colony science team to analyze the data and explore alternative approaches. Call the Stellaris. How many science and engineering probes we have aboard? You use your communicator to contact the Stellaris and inquire about the number of science and engineering probes remaining aboard the ship. We currently have 2 science probes and 3 engineering probes. They are fully operational and ready for deployment. Okay. Send the probes to my location. Oh, no. Nope. Ask the Stellaris to form same upgrades to remaining drones aboard ship. Probes the Bay colony. Okay, you relay the message from the communications officers requesting that they perform the same upgrades to the remaining 5 drones aboard the ship. The officer acknowledges the request and assures you that the necessary upgrades will be carried out. After a short while, you receive confirmation that the upgrades have been successfully completed. The 5 drones are now equipped with enhanced capabilities similar to the Science Probe Mark II. Alright. Proceed to instruct the Stellaris to send the upgraded probes to rendezvous at the engineering bay of the colony. The drones will join the Science Probe Mark II, which is already stationed there awaiting further instructions. With the preparations in place, you gather your team and head to the engineering bay to meet the probes. Okay, let's get a contact the away teams Status updates. Okay. Use your communicator to contact the away team on the planet's surface and request status updates on their progress. The communications officer relays your message, and after a brief moment, you receive responses from each team. Alpha Team. Caves Exploration. I guess they flip-flopped with Charlie Team. Okay. Well, we did get people mixed up there. Okay. Alright. Team Alpha here. We're currently deep within the caves investigating a series of interconnected chambers. We've encountered some unique rock formations and unusual energy readings. No signs of the missing crew yet, but we will continue our exploration. Over. Okay, Dr. Rodriguez and Team Bravo. Team Bravo reporting. We have reached the unidentified structure closest to the colony. Our initial scans indicate complex architectural design and unknown material composition. We're proceeding with caution to gather more data. No signs of the missing crew members at this time. We'll update further out. Alright, Lieutenant Simmons. Charlie checking in. We are conducting a comprehensive survey of the surrounding terrain, mapping out topographical features and anomalies. So far, no significant findings related to the missing crew members. Continue our survey and report. Okay. Now on the more current edition of the chatbot, it actually will away teams and things will report back to us on their own, and things will happen on its own in the background. So that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
We had an instance where we were doing the like a James Bond adventure. I mean, not a James Bond. The investigating a missing person. I don't know if you're here for that myth, but we went into the coffee shop ahead of when we were supposed to meet our person, and we noticed a shifty figure there, and we tried to bump into them and spill their coffee and see what they had under their jacket, but we couldn't. We couldn't make out what it was, and then we had to go to our meeting, and then when we came back, they weren't there. So that was kind of cool. Like a missed opportunity, I guess, for something.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, though.
You noticed, like you said, the teams changed a little bit. I think the leaders of the teams also changed. I think they're different leaders than they were last time.
Yeah, I think we had a red. Yeah, some things got flip-flopped there.
Yeah. Yep, it's okay.
That's okay, but it's supposed to keep track of this. Now, originally it had a 1,000 token limit, so things that went outside the window could be forgotten unless they were referenced inside the existing window. But they grew the window by a factor of 4, so it's actually should be like 20 pages worth of text that it should be able to look back through. 20 pages of this chat, so it shouldn't be doing that, but there's a way to control that, tune that. There is a way with the API to make it less creative, so I think it would, recall things more accurately instead of just picking a name when it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, all right. All right. The reason I've had all these, here's my idea with all the probes. Maybe we can chain them together in the other dimension, like stepping stones, or maybe we can send them all through the portal and use them as an array of sensors, and multiplex the results of the scanners, maybe.
Yeah, it did mention they were different kinds, and it kind of makes you wonder what the capability differences are of those type. Can they tell us different things? We had engineering drones and scientific drones, and makes you wonder, how they're different and what they can tell us different. Maybe the engineering drones are better to look at the structures, and the science drones are better looking at the anomaly, that sort of thing.
Okay, the
Let's see.
modified science and engineering drones share some similarities, but also have distinct differences. Science drones, equipped with advanced sensor arrays for detection and analysis, specialized in conducting scientific experiments, gathering samples, and performing detailed scans, can provide valuable information about the anomalies, energy signatures, and other phenomena present on Epsilon Prime. Designed to withstand various environmental conditions and operate autonomously for extended periods, and transmit data back to the main computer on the colony or the Stellaris for further analysis. Engineering drones, geared towards maintenance, repairs, and construction tasks, equipped with specialized tools and manipulator arms for repairing equipment, performing system diagnostics, and assisting in infrastructure development. Well, maybe we can use the engineering drones to keep the science drones alive in the other dimension.
That's a good idea.
It can assist in repairing damaged structures, restoring power to malfunctioning systems, and maintaining the overall functionality of the colony, operate under the guidance and control of the engineering team. Although the modifications have enhanced capabilities of both the drones, they still retain their primary functions. The science drones excel at data collection and analysis, while engineering drones focus on technical tasks. Okay.
Maybe in pairs, right? Send them in pairs.
Yeah. Assign one engineering probe to each science probe. The engineering probe job to obtain where its science drone buddy science drone explores the mission. Okay, you assign one engineering probe to accompany each science probe, performing repairs consisting of a science drone, forming pairs consisting of a science drone and an engineering drone. The engineering probes are tasked with maintaining and repairing their respective science drone counterparts while they venture into the other dimension. The engineering probes are equipped with specialized tools and manipulator arms that can assist in repairing and maintaining the science drone's functionality. Their primary objective is to ensure that the science drones remain operational through their exploration of the dimensional rift. Provide the probe team with the necessary instructions and emphasize the importance of teamwork and communication between the science drones and their engineering counterparts. The engineering probes will be responsible for conducting regular maintenance checks, addressing any issues that may arise during the exploration, and assisting in data collection where required. With the assignment set, the probe team prepares for their mission. Okay. Science probes work closely with your engineering mate. If you detect any degradation systems, ties, hearing scan or science probe actively system sacrifice self. How's that sound?
I like it.
If you run out of stuff, start scrapping yourself. Keep those
Mhm.
science probes alive. Okay. Your goal is to keep the science probes functioning. The probe team listens attentively to your instructions, acknowledging the importance of their collaborative efforts. With the science probes are reminded to work closely with their engineering counterparts, prioritizing communication and promptly reporting any system degradation. The engineering probes, on the other hand, understand their role in proactively scanning and repairing the science probes, even sacrificing themselves if necessary to scavenge compatible parts and ensure the functionality of their counterparts. With a clear understanding of their objectives and the responsibility, the probe teams prepared for their mission to explore the dimensional rift. They finalized their preparations, ensuring that the science and engineering drones are equipped with all necessary tools. As the team makes their final checks and prepares to depart, you offer them words of encouragement and remind them of the significance of their mission. The crew members are prepared. All right. All right. Very well. Dr. Reynolds. It's your team. Prepared. Receive the probes. Dr. Reynolds, having gathered his team in the science lab, confirms their readiness to receive data from the probes. Chief Starcross, our team is fully prepared to receive the data. We have set up dedicated workstations and systems to process and interpret the information. As soon as the probes begin sending data, we'll be ready to analyze and provide insights. Okay. Dr. Reynolds and his team appear focused and determined. All right. All right. Send. We should have 3 teams of probes now? How many sets
so, yeah.
of probes do we have? We have total 3 sets of science and engineering probes. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, good idea, Sector. We'll keep one behind. Okay. You inform Dr. Reynolds and his team that the first set of probes sent through the dimensional rift will be referred to as Probe 1. The naming convention will differentiate them from the other sets of probes that may be deployed. Dr. Reynolds acknowledges designation and ensures that his team take note. They update their systems accordingly, referring to the incoming data as Probe 1. With the naming convention established, okay. All right. Dispatch 1. The arc side. You instruct the probe team to dispatch Probe 1 towards the event horizon. Mission is to park itself approximately 10 meters outside the event horizon, ensuring a safe distance while still being able to gather valuable data. The engineering probe assigned to probe 1 performs final checks on its system, ensuring that it's fully operational and ready to support the science probe. Isn't that so cool? With everything in order, the pair of probes begins their journey towards the event horizon. As probe 1 approaches the anomaly, it skillfully maneuvers to the desired parking position. The science probe's advanced sensors start capturing and transmitting data back to Dr. Reynolds. Probe 1, advance towards the... Oh, no. Probe 2. Advance towards the anomaly. Position at... What did we do before? 10 meters? Yep.
Yeah.
5 meters. Bless you. Alright. Alright, following your orders, you direct Probe 2, accompanied by its engineering counterpart, to advance towards the anomaly. The engineering probe takes the lead, cautiously guiding Probe 2 towards the anomaly, while ensuring the safety and integrity of the science probe. As they move closer to the anomaly, Probe 2 carefully positions itself just 5 meters away from the event horizon. The science probe sensors are now in close proximity to the mysterious phenomena, ready to capture detailed data. Dr. Reynolds and his team eagerly await the incoming data. Alright. Attach the telemetry. Okay. You establish a direct telemetry link between Probe 2 and Dr. Reynolds' team in the science lab. The data being transmitted by Probe 2 is now directly patched to the scientists, allowing them to receive real-time updates. Dr. Reynolds' team carefully monitored the incoming telemetry, capturing the data and analyzing it as it streams in. They're eager to dive into the details, examining the energy signature, spatial distortions, and other anomalies. As the data starts to flow, the scientists collaborate, discussing and interpreting the findings. They compare the information with their previous research, make connections with the data. The telemetry in place, Dr. Reynolds' team can effectively analyze the data. Okay. I checked the status of Probe 1. Is it picking up position? Telemetry and visuals. Does have visual Probe 2. The status of Probe 1 to ensure it's functioning properly and receiving the necessary information. Telemetry from Probe 1 confirms that it's successfully capturing its own position data and transmitting it back to the science lab. It's also receiving telemetry from Probe 2, allowing for coordination and comparison of the data between the two probes. Additionally, Probe 1's visual sensors provide a clear view of Probe 2's position relative to the anomaly. The live feed displays Probe 2 holding its position 5 meters from the event horizon. The real-time communication and information exchange between Probe 1 and Probe 2 enhance the team's ability to analyze the data. Okay. Probe 1, do not cross the event horizon, but always try to keep Probe 2 in view. Transmit the updated instructions to Probe 1, emphasizing that it should not cross the event horizon of the anomaly. Instead, its primary objective is to maintain visual contact with Probe 2 while keeping a safe distance from the event horizon. Probe 1 acknowledges the instructions and adjusts its operations accordingly. It utilizes its maneuvering capabilities to stay within sight of Probe 2 while ensuring it does not breach the event horizon. As both probes continue their operations, Probe 1 diligently tracks Probe 2's movements, capturing his position and relaying the information. Okay, with Probe 2 now maintaining Probe 1 over Probe 2. Alright. Advance. Probe 2. Slowly. Okay. Following your orders, Probe 2 initiates a slow and cautious approach toward the anomaly. With the engineering probe diligently scanning and monitoring its systems, Probe 2 gradually inches closer to the event horizon, gathering valuable data every step of the way. As Probe 2 moves closer to the anomaly, the science probe sensors pick up intriguing readings, capturing fluctuations in energy signatures and spatial distortions. The scientists in the science lab closely analyze the incoming data, searching for patterns, anomalies, and any potential insights that could shed light on the nature of the anomaly. The engineering probe remains vigilant, ensuring that Probe 2 remains safe, the same distance, and that its systems are functioning optimally. The collaboration between the two probes proves vital as they work together to navigate the challenging environment. As a team closely monitors Probe's 2 progress and the data it captures, the tensions and anticipation are continuing to mount. They're on the cusp of uncovering groundbreaking discoveries. Alright, awesome. Alright. Dr. Reynolds, are we ready to cross the event horizon? Dr. Reynolds takes a moment to confer with his team, reviewing the data so far. Based on the data that we've gathered and the analysis conducted, we believe we are prepared to take the next step and cross the event horizon. The information captured by Probe 2 suggests that crossing the threshold could provide us with valuable insights. Must proceed with caution. Recommend conducting further checks and diagnostics on both Probe 2 and engineering. Alright. Very well. Probe 2. Advance slowly and cross the event horizon. Report any life signs detected. Okay. You give the command for Probe 2 to advance slowly towards the event horizon of the anomaly, crossing the threshold and venturing into the unknown. The engineering probe diligently monitors and supports Probe 2's systems, ensuring their stability throughout the journey. With cautious determination, Probe 2 continues its progress, inching closer to the event horizon. As it crosses the threshold, the science probe sensors intensify their scanning capabilities, actively searching for any signs of life or anomalies within the Anomalies realm. As Probe 2 navigates deeper into the anomaly, it transmits real-time data back to the science lab, where Dr. Reynolds and his team eagerly monitor the incoming information. The tension in the room is palpable as they await the first report from Probe 2. Minutes pass, then the long-awaited message arrives. Probe 2 reported, crossing the event horizon successful. No immediate signs of life detected. Entering uncharted territory. Proceeding with caution. Scientists pore over the data, searching for any indications of the missing crew or the additional anomalies. Okay. Okay. Let's get a look into the other dimension, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probe 2. Hold your position and do a 360-degree visual scan. In a definition. No. Scan. Okay, upon receiving your command, Probe 2 halts its forward movement and maintains its position within the anomaly. It initiates a 360-degree visual scan, capturing a comprehensive view of its surroundings. The science probe's visual sensors sweep across an unfamiliar environment, capturing images and data that are transmitted back to the science lab in real time. Dr. Reynolds and his team eagerly monitor the incoming visual, searching for any anomalies, structures, or signs of the missing crew. As the scan progresses, the scientists meticulously analyze the data, studying the details and making note of any notable findings. The images reveal a surreal landscape filled with peculiar energy patterns and spatial distortions. However, thus far, there are no immediate visual indications of the missing crew or any recognizable structures. The science lab remains abuzz with activity as the team collaborates, discussing and interpreting the visual data. Probe 1 still see probe 2? Okay, probe 1 can see probe. Despite the spatial distortion, probe 1's advanced sensors and communication systems allow it to maintain a line of sight with probe 2. This ongoing visual contact provides an additional layer of support and coordination. Okay. With the confirmation that probe 1 can still see probe 2. Alright, good. Right. Probe 2. Advance and in a standard search pattern, try to locate signs of missing crew. First, we don't know if it's daytime or nighttime there.
Yeah.
I was gonna see if it could like do an astrogation check and see if it's in our universe, just somewhere else, or like in a completely other place.
I'd say it was a surreal landscape, but it'd be interesting if we get more detail about what it's seeing.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Describe the view as you proceed. Command Probe 2 to resume its forward movement and initiate a standard search pattern within the anomaly. The science probe carefully navigates the unfamiliar realm, diligently scanning its surroundings and searching for any sign of the missing crew. As Probe 2 advances deeper into the anomaly, its sensors capture a surreal and ever-changing landscape. The environment within the anomaly defies conventional understanding, with swirling energies, spatial distortions, and shifting perspectives. The visuals transmitted back to the science lab are a mesmerizing display of otherworldly phenomena. Probe 2 continues its search, meticulously covering the area with its advanced sensors. It examines the surroundings, scanning for any anomalies, energy fluctuations, or signs of life. The data it gathers provides a wealth of information for the scientists in the lab who analyze it in real time, looking for patterns or clues. However, as Probe 2 ventures deeper into the anomaly, the search becomes increasingly challenging. The nature of the environment makes it difficult to discern distinct features or navigate with ease. If the team... Okay. Please...
So we're not in Kansas anymore, that's for sure.
Describe in detail the view from Probe 2. What does the land and sky look like? Full As Probe 2 proceeds with its search pattern within the anomaly, its visual sensors capture an extraordinary and ever-changing view. The land and sky within the anomaly exhibit a mesmerizing display of colors, energy, and spatial distortions. The visual wavelengths captured by Probe 2 reveal a landscape that defies conventional reality. The land beneath Probe 2's sensors seem to shift and transform, as if the very fabric of space and time is in flux. Swirling energies dance across the horizon, creating vibrant patterns and hues. The sky above appears as a kaleidoscope of ethereal colors with shades of purples, blues, and greens. Strange celestial phenomena manifest in the form of cascading light ribbons, nebulous clouds that shift and morph, and occasional glimpses of unknown celestial bodies. Within this surreal environment, there are no recognizable features or landmarks that can be easily identified. The landscape seems to continuously shift and change, making it difficult to discern. Scientists and labs are captivated by the visuals transmitted by Probe 2, engrossed in the enigmatic beauty and the otherworldly nature of the anomaly. They analyze the data with precision, searching for any hidden clues. Alright. Check the Probe 2 check Probe 2 status. Is it in a environment sustain life? Maybe everybody's dead.
Mm-hmm.
He requested me status to assess whether the environment it currently occupies is conducive to sustaining life. The telemetry feed from Probe 2 indicates that the conditions within the anomaly are highly predictable and stable, while it exhibits some characteristics that could potentially support life, such as fluctuating energy fields and ambient energy sources. The overall environment is inhospitable and unsuitable for human habitation. The scientists in the lab carefully analyze the available data, taking into account the atmospheric composition, energy levels, and other relevant factors. Based on their assessment, they conclude that any attempt to send human crew members into this environment pose significant risks. Okay. Their focus shifts to utilizing the probe as a primary means of exploration. Okay. Alright, let's just continue, I guess. Probe 2. Continue our mission. Dr. Reynolds and your team calculate chances that the crew members survived in the other dimension You instruct Probe 2 to continue its mission despite the inhospitable environment within the anomaly. Science Probe diligently carries on with its research, navigating the unpredictable and ever-shifting landscape in search of any signs or traces of the missing crew. Meanwhile, Dr. Reynolds and his team in the science lab were collaboratively to calculate the chances of crew members surviving within the other dimension. They analyzed the data collected by Probe 2, including the environmental conditions, energy fluctuations, and any other relevant factors. After extensive calculations and simulations, the science team presents their findings. They explain that due to the volatile and unpredictable nature of the anomaly, the chances of crew members surviving in the other dimension are uncertain and highly dependent on various factors, such as the crew's proximity to stable energy pockets, their access to resources, and their ability to adapt to the conditions. The team emphasizes that without further data, more direct means. Okay. Alright, so there are places where they could, like a stable energy pocket. Okay. Assuming the crew has been transported to other dimension. Okay, Dr. Reynolds and the science team present several theories on how the missing crew members could potentially survive in the other dimension until rescue arrives. These theories are based on their analysis of the anomaly, the available data, and their understanding of temporal rifts. Time dilation. The crew members may be experiencing time dilation within the other dimension. If time flows differently there, it could be in a suspended or slowed time state, which could extend their survival. However, this theory raises questions about their physical and psychological well-being during their prolonged stay. Okay. Energy adaptation. It's possible that the crew members have adapted to the unique energy environment. They might have developed a symbiotic relationship with the energy sources. This could enable them to survive in the hostile. Okay. The other dimension might exist in a parallel with our own, with its own set of physical laws. The crew members may have found ways to tap into those resources. This theory raises questions about the crew's ability to navigate and integrate. Alright. Time-space resonance. The crew members could be utilizing the temporal rift itself to sustain themselves. However, got more concrete evidence. Okay.
Can we potentially scan for stable pockets?
Yeah. Okay. 2. Scan for stable energy pockets. Time dilation. Okay, probe 2 follows your instructions, scanning the surroundings with another dimension for any signs of stable energy pockets, time dilation, and time-space resonance. Sensors meticulously analyze the environment, searching for anomalies and variations that align with the specified criteria. After a thorough scan, probe 2 detects intriguing readings indicating the presence of localized stable energy pockets within the other dimension. These pockets appear as concentrated areas of energy that exhibit relative stability compared to the turbulent surroundings. They could potentially serve as safe havens or sources of sustenance for the crew members. Additionally, the probe's data suggests the possibility of time dilation within certain regions of the other dimension. Time seems to flow differently in these areas, either slowed down or accelerated, creating temporal disparities. This finding provides further support to the theory that the crew members might be experiencing time dilation, potentially elongating their survival. Oh, okay. Furthermore, probe 2 detects subtle signatures of time-space resonance, indicating that the temporal rift itself resonates with unique energy patterns. The resonance suggests that the rift may possess inherent properties that could sustain the crew members in some capacity. Okay. The science team is eager to delve deeper into the analysis. Okay. Which of findings seems most promising, likely survival stand? Dr. Reynolds. Dr. Reynolds carefully considers the findings presented by Probe 2 and reflects on their potential implications for the crew's survival. After thoughtful consideration, he addresses the team. Based on the data gathered by Probe 2, it appears that the presence of stable energy pockets within the other dimension holds the most promising prospects for the crew's survival. These localized areas of relative stability could potentially provide a source of sustenance, shelter, or protection from the volatile environment surrounding them. Furthermore, the indications of the time dilation within certain regions suggest that the crew members might be experiencing time differently. If time is slowed or accelerated, it could significantly extend their survival, allowing for more time to devise a rescue strategy. While the time-space resonance detected in the rift itself is intriguing, its specific implications for survival are still uncertain. Okay, the team engages in a lively discussion, considering the various possibilities. Okay. Suppose we send the probe into one of these stable energy pockets. If crew members were within, detect them. Dr. Reynolds contemplates your question, taking a moment to consider the potential capabilities of the probe and the nature of the stable energy pockets. After thoughtful consideration, he responds, while the probe sensors are highly advanced and capable of detecting various forms of energy signatures, it's difficult to say with certainty whether the probe would be able to detect crew members within the stable energy pockets. The exact composition and nature of these pockets are still not understood, and the possibility that they possess unique properties could interfere with or obscure the probe's readings. However, it's worth noting that if the crew members are in close proximity to the stable energy pockets and their presence emits any discernible energy or electromagnetic signals, there's a chance the probe could detect them. It would be crucial to fine-tune the probe sensors and analysis algorithms specifically for this purpose. Okay. All right. To maximize the probe effectiveness in detecting crew members, we need to consider implementing specialized scanning techniques. Target life signs and unique energy patterns associated with human physiology. Okay, this would require, the team discusses the possibility of potential challenges. Okay. Call probe 2 for modification. Instruct the team to recall probe 2 from its mission and bring it back to the science lab for modifications. The engineering and science teams work together to fine-tune the probe sensors and analysis algorithms, focusing on optimizing its ability to detect potential life signs and bioenergetic patterns within the stable energy pockets. Modifications include enhancements to the probe scanning capabilities, sensitivity adjustments, and the integration of specialized algorithms for detecting human physiology and unique energy patterns. The team carefully ensures that the modifications are thorough and meticulously tested, aiming to maximize the probe's chances. Okay, after the modifications are completed, probe 2 stands ready for redeployment. Okay. Probe 2. Enter the anomaly and proceed to the largest or nearest?
Yeah, nearest makes sense.
Probe 2, equipped with the modifications and enhancements, prepares to enter the anomaly once again. With careful precision, it navigates through the turbulent and shifting energy field, approaching the nearest stable energy pocket detected in the other dimension. As Probe 2 reaches the stable energy pocket, its sensors activate, scanning the surroundings for any signs of the missing crew members. Enhanced scanning capabilities and specialized algorithm allow the probe to meticulously analyze the energy patterns and search for unique bioenergetic signatures. The telemetry feed from Probe 2 begins streaming back to the science lab, where you and Dr. Reynolds anxiously monitor the data. The tension in the room is palpable, as everyone hopes for positive indicators of the crew's presence. As the data streams in, the probe sensors detect faint bioenergetic signatures within the stable energy pocket. Yay! The readings suggest the possibility of human presence, but they are faint and indistinct. It's difficult to determine the exact number or identities of the individuals, but the presence of bioenergetic patterns provides a glimmer of hope. Okay, Dr. Reynolds looks at you, his eyes reflecting a mix of excitement and anticipation. You have detected faint bioenergetic signatures. Promising sign, but we need to gather more data. Okay, and refined our analysis to confirm it's indeed the missing crew. We must continue our efforts. Okay. Probe 2. Form. Level 2 scan. You instruct Probe 2 to perform a Level 2 scan of the stable energy pocket, aiming to gather more detailed data and refine the analysis. The enhanced scanning capabilities and specialized algorithms of the probe delve deeper into the energy pocket, probing the environment and searching for additional information. Probe tube sensors diligently sweep the area, collecting an extensive array of data on the energy pattern, spatial configuration, and potential life signs within the stable energy pocket. As the data is analyzed, it reveals intriguing details about the stable energy pocket. The bioenergetic signatures appear more distinct and coherent, indicating a higher likelihood of being associated with human presence. The spatial analysis provides insights into the dimension and structure of the pocket, offering valuable information for future rescue planning. Dr. Reynolds carefully examines the result. Level 2 scan has yielded remarkable data. Bioenergetic signatures are more defined and consistent with human physiology. We're on the right track. We must now analyze the spatial data to determine the optimal approach. The team gathers around the analysis station, engrossed in the details. Discussions ensue, focusing on the interpreting the data. Okay, while that's happening, call on the away teams for status updates. Alpha team reports they have explored deeper into the caves and uncovered ancient ruins with inscriptions hinting at a connection between the stable energy pockets and the missing crew. Alright, they're working to decipher the inscriptions. The second team reports they've discovered a peculiar energy anomaly in a dense forested area. They're analyzing it. The third, they've encountered a temporal disturbance near a large rock formation. They've observed temporal anomalies and are documenting their effects. Okay. Alrighty. The updates received relayed the information to Dr. Reynolds and the science team. The data from probe's level 2 scan and the reports from the away team offer valuable pieces of the puzzle. The team collectively contemplates the next step, considering how the newfound. Alright. Dr. Reynolds, what are your recommendations for a rescue? Ooh, I really messed up Reynolds. Dr. Reynolds takes a moment to gather his thoughts. Considering the data, as well as the insights provided by the away teams, I believe we're on the right track. Here's my recommendations. Establish a command center. Set up a central command center here in the science lab. Okay. Coordinate with the away teams. Maintain regular communication with the away teams. Continue the probe deployments. Deploy additional probes if available to explore the other stable energy pockets and gather more data. Alright. Analyze spatial data. Utilize the spatial data collected from probe 2 to map out the dimension and lay out the stable energy pockets. Identify potential pathways and access points. Okay. Develop a rescue strategy. Collaborate with the engineering team to devise a strategy for entering and navigating the energy pockets. Okay. Rescue team assemble. Yeah, specialized rescue team consisting of individuals with expertise in temporal mechanics, dimensional travel, and energy. Okay. Maintain communication with the Stellaris. Okay. Alright, let's prep for this then. Let's begin by... Alright, we'll do this. Do this. Do this. rescue strategy is all. Okay, so I think we can do all of this in one swell food.
Let's see what it thinks.
Okay, following Dr. Reynolds' recommendations, you set up a central command center in the science lab. The room is equipped with advanced monitoring systems, communications arrays, and analysis tools, creating an operational hub for coordinating the rescue efforts. The command center buzzes with activity as scientists and engineers work together to gather and analyze data, maintain communications with the away teams, and plan the next steps. Let's see. Probe 3, a modified science probe, is prepared for deployment. It is equipped with enhanced sensors. Okay, once launched, Probe 3 begins its journey towards another energy pocket, following a trajectory carefully calculated to optimize data collection. Meanwhile, Probe 1 continues to maintain its position and monitor Probes 2 and 3. Its primary role is to serve as a relay station, ensuring continuous communication between the probes and the command center. The telemetry from Probes 2 and 3 streams into the command center, providing real-time data. The science and engineering teams collaborate closely, utilizing the spatial data collected from Probe 2 and 2's Level 2 scan. They analyze the dimensions and layout of the stable energy pockets, mapping out potential pathways and access points that could lead to the crew's location. The rescue strategy takes into account the temporal distortion, energy fluctuations, and other hazards. Okay. As the rescue strategy takes shape, plans are put into place to assemble the specialized rescue team, consisting of individuals with expertise. These individuals will accompany the probes into the other dimension. Command center becomes a hub of activity, bustling with discussions, calculations, and preparations. But dimensional travel is rare. We have specialists on staff. Let's see, as you review the available staff members, you realize that your current team does not include specialists with expertise in dimensional travel. It is indeed rare and highly specialized. However, you do have a few scientists and engineers who possess knowledge and experience in related fields, such as quantum physics and temporal mechanics. Okay. Considering the lack of dedicated travel specialists, you decide to prioritize the following actions. Request the science and engineering teams to conduct extensive research on dimensional travel and related theories, encouraging them to consult with leading experts, both within the New Horizons colony and within the wider scientific community. This will help broaden their understanding. Okay. Collaborative problem solving, foster an environment of collaboration, cross-disciplinary training, consult the reach out to the Stellaris and inquire if they have any specialists. Okay. I understand the urgency. Well, we don't have a dedicated dimensional travel specialist. We do have a crew member, Alina Rivera, who has extensive knowledge and experience in quantum mechanics. Not her specific field. Additionally, our ship's database contains information on advanced technologies and scientific theories that may be relevant. I can authorize the transfer of relevant data to aid your research. Okay. Express your gratitude to Captain Rod and request the assistance of Dr. Rivera as well as any relevant data. Captain Rodriguez assures you that the necessary arrangements will be made. Alright. Alrighty then. Alright. Wait. Sure. Continue the operations within the command center, conducting scans and searches using the 2 probes inside the anomaly while waiting for the arrival of Dr. Rivera. Probes diligently explore the stable energy pockets, collecting data and relaying it back to the command center for analysis. As you monitor the probe data, you notice that the scans reveal unusual fluctuations in energy patterns with the anomaly. The temporal and spatial distortions appear to be more complex and intricate than initially anticipated. The probe sensors detect faint traces of residual energy signatures, indicating that the missing crew may have passed through these energy pockets. While the probes continue their investigations, your team of scientists and engineers works tirelessly. The command center becomes a hub of activities, with screens displaying real-time sensor readouts, holographic projections of dimensional structures, and mathematical models depicting potential pathways within the anomaly. After a brief period, Dr. Elena Rivera arrives at the command center, accompanied by a small team from the Stellaris. She greets you and expresses her readiness to contribute to the rescue mission. Her expertise in quantum mechanics and temporal physics proves valuable in interpreting the probe data and providing insights into the nature of the anomaly. With Dr. Rivera's arrival, the command center's capabilities are significantly enhanced. Alright, her knowledge combined. Alright. Dr. Reynolds. We may have to send How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Dr. Reynolds takes a moment to consider your suggestion. While we don't have any specific grav sleds or rovers, we do have a small exploration rover that might be suitable. It's equipped with environmental protection systems, including life support and radiation shielding, which will allow for safe travel within the other dimension. The rover can accommodate a small away team along with the necessary rescue supplies. I'll coordinate with our team and prepare the rover for the mission. Dr. Reynolds leaves the command center briefly while you and Dr. Rivera continue to analyze them. Okay. Dr. Rivera, you will lead the rescue team to the other dimension. I will send a team of medics, engineers, scientists. No. Our team consists of 2 medics, 1 engineer from the both the Stellaris, and 1 scientist, Dr. Reynolds' staff. Your mission is to locate and retrieve missing crew members. If they are still alive, give them full attention. Gather as many as you can from the first stable energy pocket. Assist the event. Okay, what do you think of that? Dr. Rivera, you will lead the rescue team to the other dimension. Your team will consist of 2 medics, 1 engineer, both from the Stellaris, and 1 scientist from Dr. Reynolds' staff. Your mission is to locate and retrieve the missing crew members. If they're still alive, give them food, water, and medical attention. Gather as many as you can from the first stable energy pocket closest to the event horizon, and return them here. Then we'll use lessons learned. Rescue. So.
How many people are missing?
Like 70% of the colony.
Oh boy. Okay.
Dr. Rivera nods in understanding, fully accepting the responsibility entrusted to her. She addresses the team consisting of the 2 medics from Stellaris. We'll ask, though, because it's probably gone off the buffer, so we'll ask how many people are really there now. We have a critical mission ahead of us. Our objective is to enter the other dimension, locate and retrieve any missing crew members we find within the first stable energy pocket closest to the event horizon. Our top priority is their well-being, providing them with food, water, and medical attention if needed. Our success in this initial rescue operation will inform our approach for subsequent rescues. She continues to prepare the exploration rover for dimensional travel, ensuring that all necessary supplies, medical equipment, and life support systems are properly secured. We must be ready to face the unknown and adapt to the conditions we encounter. Dr. Rivera addresses you. Chief Starcross, thank you for entrusting me with this important task. I assure you we will do everything in our power to bring back our missing crew members safely. We'll remain in constant communication. With a determined expression, Dr. Rivera and team proceed to prepare the exploration rover, making final checks. Okay. When the rover team is ready, call probe to escort the rover. With the rover team fully prepared and ready to embark on their mission, you recall Probe 2 from its current location to join and escort the exploration rover. The probe acknowledges the recall order and begins its journey back to the rendezvous point. Meanwhile, Dr. Rivera and her team aboard the exploration rover, securing themselves and the necessary equipment for the upcoming expedition. As they settle in, they communicate with the command center to confirm their readiness and receive final instructions. Once Probe 2 arrives at the rendezvous point, it takes up a position near the exploration rover, ready to provide additional support and monitoring during the rescue mission. Probe sensors and data transmission capabilities will ensure that the command center stays informed of the team's progress. With everything in place, Dr. Rivera gives the signal to proceed. The exploration rover and Probe 2 begin their journey. With a heartfelt wish of good luck, you watch as the exploration rover and Probe 2 venture further into the other dimension, disappearing from view. The fate of the missing crew members and the success of the rescue mission rests in the hands of Dr. Rivera. Back at the command center, you and the rest of the team anxiously await updates, relying on the telemetry and communication from the probes to stay connected with the rescue operation. Every passing moment feels like an eternity. Time ticks by, filled with a mixture of anticipation. The fate of the missing crew members. Okay. Wait for rescue to enter the first pocket. Time passes with an air of suspense as you and the rest of the team wait anxiously for updates from Dr. Rivera and her team. Minutes feel like hours as you imagine the challenges they might be facing in the other dimension. Finally, a communication signal comes through, and Dr. Rivera's voice fills the command center. This is Dr. Rivera. We have successfully entered the first stable energy pocket and have begun our search for the missing crew members. The environment appears to be suitable for sustaining life, and we're detecting faint energy signatures that could indicate their presence. Her voice carries a mix of determination and caution as she continues. We're proceeding with caution, following our planned search pattern. The dimensional distortions and temporal fluctuations pose challenges, but we're adapting and making progress. We report back with any significant findings. Relief washes over as you hear the update, knowing that Dr. Rivera and her team have safely entered the energy pocket. They're actively searching for the missing crew members. Alright, I want to see what it looks like inside that energy pocket.
Yeah. How large is it?
As you tap into the visual feed from Probe Tube inside the energy pocket, the display on your screen comes to life, revealing a captivating and otherworldly scene. Time of day within the energy pocket appears to be in a perpetual twilight, with a soft, diffused light casting an ethereal glow. The landscape before Probe 2 is both beautiful and mysterious. Rolling hills stretched out in the distance, covered in vibrant vegetation that seems to emit a gentle luminescence. The flora appears to be unlike anything seen on Earth, with iridescent leaves and delicate glowing blossoms that sway in the unseen breeze. The sky above is a mesmerizing sight, with swirling patterns of energy and shimmer and shift in various hues and blues and purples. Occasionally you catch glimpses of twinkling stars that dot the celestial canvas, creating a sense of wonder and intrigue. Despite the tranquility of the scene, there is an unmistakable sense of energy and power permeating the air. Faint distortions and ripples can be observed, hinting at the underlying temporal fluctuations. As Probe 2 navigates through the surreal landscape, it captures and transmits images that evoke both a sense of awe and an eerie fascination. Dr. Rivera, try to raise crew members via communicator. As you relay instructions to Dr. Rivera, she acknowledges and proceeds to initiate communications attempt with the missing crew members. Moments pass as the team waits for a response, their eyes fixed on the communications devices. Suddenly, a faint crackle breaks through the static, and a voice emerges, filled with both relief and urgency. This is crew member Johnson. We hear you. We've been stranded here for what feels like an eternity. Is help finally on the way? Dr. Rivera's face lights up with a mix of joy and determination as she responds. This is Dr. Rivera, yes. Help is here. We're working on a rescue operation to bring you all back. Can you provide your current location and any information about the conditions you're experiencing? The crew member's voice comes through again, a mix of gratitude and weariness. We're in a small clearing near a cluster of crystalline structures. The temporal fluctuations make it hard to keep track of time, but we're doing our best to stay safe. We've been rationing our supplies so we could use medical attention. Please hurry. Dr. Rivera reassures the crew member, we're coming for you. Stay where you are and we'll reach you as soon as possible. In the meantime, conserve your energy and stay together. The confirmation of contact and the exchange of crew, the spirits of the rescue team soar. Hope burns bright. Okay. Dr. Rivera. Instruct the missing crewmen to activate their communicators. Emergency homing beacons. Member Johnson, this is Dr. Rivera. I need you to activate your communicator's emergency homing beacon. It will help us pinpoint your exact location and expedite the rescue operation. Can you do that? There's a brief pause before crew member Johnson's voice responds. Yes, I've activated the emergency homing beacon. I hope it reaches you accurately. Dr. Rivera acknowledges, her voice carrying a mix of determination and reassurance. Thank you, crew member Johnson. We're receiving the signal and homing in on your location. Help is on the way. With the emergency homing beacon activated, the rescue team gains a more specific, precise fix on the stranded crew member's position. Streamlining their efforts to reach them swiftly and effectively. The team maintains focus, okay? Wait until we hear back. Dr. Rivera on status report. As the team awaits further updates from Dr. Rivera, time ticks by in suspense. The atmosphere in the command center is tense, with everyone on edge, eager to receive news of the progress made by the rescue team. Minutes stretch into what feels like hours, as they anxiously wait for the next status report. Finally, the communicator crackles to life and Dr. Rivera's voice comes through, filled with a mix of relief and urgency. This is Dr. Rivera. We've successfully located the stranded crew members. They are weak but alive. We're providing them with immediate medical attention and sustenance. The emergency homing beacons were instrumental in guiding us to their exact position. We are now assessing their condition and preparing them for extraction, requesting instructions on the next steps. The room erupts with a collective sigh of relief, and Chief Remic Starcross exchanges a glance with Dr. Reynolds, sharing a sense of accomplishment. The rescue operation has yielded positive results. Okay. Chief Engineer's voice resonates throughout the New Horizons colony as the announcement is broadcast over the PA system. The words carry a mixture of relief, hope, and gratitude, reaching the ears of every crew member. The news spreads like wildfire, spreading waves of relief and renewed determination among the residents of the colony. People pause in their tasks, their faces lighting up with smiles and a renewed sense of purpose. The message brings a glimmer of hope, knowing that their missing comrades have been found and that the efforts underway to bring them back home. It serves as a reminder of the strength and resilience of the New Horizons crew. In response to the announcement, the colony buzzes with increased activity as everyone mobilizes to support the rescue mission. All right. Dr. Rivera.
I'm home.
How many survivors have you located, and will they all fit in the rover? I messed up Rivera that time. Dr. Rivera's voice comes through the communicator once again, filled with a mix of exhaustion and triumph. Chief Engineer Starcross, we've located and assessed a total of 5 survivors. They're weak but stable. However, due to limited space in the rover, we'll need to prioritize the most critical cases for immediate extraction. We will select the 3 most vulnerable crew members to be transported back in the rover, while the remaining 2 will be provided with essential supplies and await the next extraction attempt, requesting further instruction. The news of 5 survivors brings a sense of relief knowing that more crew members have been found. However, the limitations of the rover present a challenge, in the number of survivors. Okay. Dr. Reynolds, we need to equip an additional rover. What can you do? Chief Engineer, I understand that we need an additional rover to accommodate the remaining survivors. We have a maintenance rover here at the colony that can be reconfigured. May not have the same capacity as the primary rover, but with some modifications we can ensure it can transport at least 2 more crew members. Dr. Reynolds pauses. I'll gather my team and start working. We'll prioritize. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. What about reconfiguring a shuttle from the Stellaris? That has a larger seating capacity.
Like it.
While reconfiguring a shuttle from the Stellaris may indeed provide a larger seating capacity, we need to consider the operational capabilities of the shuttle in the other dimension. Shuttles are not specifically designed for sustained travel in the other dimension, and their systems may not be optimized. Additionally, modifying a shuttle would require more time and resources, okay. Then repurposing the maintenance rover, okay. Alright.
Any rovers on the Stellaris?
That's it? Huh?
Do we have any rovers on the Stellaris?
Are there any, rovers on the Stellaris?
Never know.
Suitable? Version? Chief Engineer Starcross, upon your inquiry about suitable rovers, Dr. Reynolds replies the Stellaris does have a few rovers, but they're primarily designed for surface exploration and not equipped for dimensional travel. Converting one of those requires significant modifications to ensure its compatibility and functionality. Considering the time-sensitive nature, I'm recommending proceeding with the modifications of the maintenance rover we have here at the colony. With our available resources and expertise, we can complete the modifications. Alright then.
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
Worth asking.
Yeah, I know, and the rovers on the Stellaris are better, but he's right. Okay. They begin the process of modifying the maintenance rover to accommodate the additional crew members. Dr. Reynolds. How many crew members remain unaccounted for? As of the latest update, we have accounted for a majority of the missing crew members. However, there are still a few individuals whose whereabouts remain unknown. At this time, we estimate that there are 4 crew members unaccounted for. Our efforts to locate and rescue these remaining crew members are ongoing. With the deployment of the modified maintenance rover and the information gathered from the probes, we have a better chance. Very well. Wait for the modifications to be completed. Should we man the second rover, or should we just stay out of it? Let somebody more qualified.
Oh, I say we get hands on and let's go in.
Okay. You and the rest of the team patiently await the completion of the modification to the maintenance rover. The atmosphere in the science lab is a mix of anticipation and focused determination. Alright. Dr. Reynolds and his team working diligently to ensure the modifications are carried out. The time seems to stretch as you wait for the final adjustments. Finally, after meticulous work, the modified maintenance rover now stands ready, equipped to accommodate the additional crew members. Okay. Alright. Call probe 3 and assign it to the maintenance rover. Okay, Chief Engineer, you issue the command to recall probe 3, which has been actively scanning the other dimension for anomalies or potential signs of the mission crew members. The probe receives a signal and begins its return journey back to the science lab. Once probe 3 returns, you assign it to the modified maintenance rover. The probe's advanced sensors and data collection capabilities will provide valuable assistance. Okay, maintenance rover is now equipped. I will drive the What in the world did I type there. Okay. I'll drive the maintenance rover. I need one medical volunteer. We need to leave the remaining seats and cargo space open for survival. Step forward to take the role of the driver for the modified maintenance rover. Your experience and familiarity with the vehicle makes you the ideal candidate. As you announce your intention to drive the rover, you seek a medical volunteer to join you. The importance of having a medical expertise readily available during the rescue operation cannot be underestimated. After a moment, one of the medics from Dr. Rivera's team steps forward, volunteering to accompany you. Together, you and the medic prepare to board the modified maintenance rover, ensuring that remaining seats and cargo space are left available. The rover's interior is adjusted to accommodate the medical equipment and supplies. Okay. Greet the medic. Are they? Or decry, even. You turn to greet the medic who has volunteered to join you on the critical rescue mission. Standing before you is Dr. Emily Johnson, a skilled and experienced medical professional. Dr. Johnson is in her early 30s with short brown hair and kind, intelligent eyes. She wears a white lab coat over her uniform, adorned with various medical insignias, indicating her expertise in emergency medicine and trauma care. Dr. Johnson has a calm and composed demeanor, exuding a sense of confidence and compassion. She carries a medical bag filled with essential supplies and equipment, ready to provide immediate medical assistance to any survivors you may encounter in the other dimension. As you exchange greetings, Dr. Johnson expresses her commitment to the mission and her determination to help bring the mission crew members back safely. She assures you that she is well prepared for the challenges. You both share a brief moment. Okay. Let's don our vac suits. The environment inside the energy pockets is stable, but if pocket collapses or up outside for some reason, the chance some life support from suits. Excellent decision. As you and Dr. Johnson prepare to embark on the rescue mission, you both don your vacuum suits, ensuring that you have an extra layer of protection life support in case of unforeseen circumstances. The suits are designed to withstand extreme pressures, provide breathable air, and offer limited protection against physical hazards. With your vac suits securely in place, you feel a sense of readiness and preparedness, knowing that you and Dr. Johnson are equipped to handle. Okay. These are equivalent to other RPG TL12 vac suits. Okay, in the context of this simulation, your vacuum suits are comparable to the advanced TL12 vac suits from Traveler. These suits provide enhanced protection and advanced life support, ensuring your safety and survival. With your TL12 vac suits, you and Dr. Johnson have an even greater confidence in your ability to handle the challenges. The suits' advanced features such as built-in environmentally controlled radiation shielding and reinforced material. Right. Very good. Vac suit systems check. You verify the environmental controls are functioning. You assess the life support, including oxygen supply, filtration, and component. The indicators show the systems. Radiation shielding, you activate the radiation function, confirm is fully operational. Seal integrity, perform integrity check. Stability systems, overall systems check confirms, alright. Simulate the suits. Status. Okay, oxygen, temperature, indications. All right, everything's working. All right, very good. Rover systems check. Simulate the rover's computer console. Okay. Power supply, 100%. Engine status online. Atomic batteries online. Turbines to speed. Navigation systems, environmental sensors, communications. All right, everything looks good. Cargo capacity 500 kilos. First aid kit, everything's here. All right. During acceleration, everything. Computer console displays status control information. All central systems are normal. All right.
So,
All right, here we go. Probe 3, guide us into the anomaly and to the next nearest energy pocket. We expect survivors. Probe 3, positioned on the maintenance rover, is ready to guide you into the anomaly and assist in locating the next nearest energy pocket. Its sensors and navigation systems are fully operational, providing real-time data and mapping of the dimensional landscape. It will help you navigate safely and efficiently to the anticipated location. As you proceed with the rover and probe 3 into the anomaly, the environment around you begins to shift. The colors become more vibrant and there is a slight shimmer in the air. The landscape appears similar to the previous energy pocket, but with unusual rock formations and a sky filled with swirling energies. The atmosphere feels charged and stable within the energy pocket. Continue your journey following the guidance of Probe 3 as you search for signs of the missing crew members.
maybe try raising them on the communicator.
Yep.
Starcross, I'm digging it.
Hmm?
I'm digging the name Starcross.
Oh.
I like it.
Yeah, thanks. On behalf of New Horizons Colony, I am here to rescue. Please respond. You transmit your message over the communications channel, hoping for a response from any potential survivors in the energy pocket. After a brief moment of silence, a crackling voice comes through. "This is Lieutenant Hernandez. We read you. We are here and in need of assistance. We've been surviving on limited supplies and maintaining our suits, but we're eager to be rescued. Please hurry." You feel a mix of relief and urgency. All right.
You should check in with Rivera and see how she's doing.
Lieutenant, activate your emergency locator beacon or communicator. You relay your instructions to Lieutenant Hernandez, requesting them to activate the emergency locator beacon in their communicator. Understood. Activating emergency beacon now. As you wait anxiously, a faint but steady signal begins to register on your scanner, indicating the activation of the emergency locator beacon. Alright, quickly you note down the coordinates. The rover's computer console displays updated coordinates and navigation path towards the location of the emergency beacon. With the path set, you prepare to go. Okay. Drive. Beacon. Location. Probe 3. Scout ahead. Engage. I love having these probes and stuff. Isn't this cool? It really.
It's pretty wild.
I think it's crazy.
Great, yeah.
Hooray! Yes. YouTube is exploding with joy. Our one watcher. All right. Who's like my best friend. Okay. But thank you for coming. All right. You engage the rover's drive system and begin moving towards the location indicated by the activated emergency locator beacon. Probe 3 takes the lead, scouting ahead to ensure a safe path and providing real-time updates. As you traverse the unfamiliar landscape inside the energy pocket, the rover's suspension system handles the uneven terrain with ease, providing a smooth and steady ride. The surroundings are a mix of peculiar rock formations and vibrant, otherworldly vegetation. The atmosphere is calm and serene, but an underlying sense of anticipation and urgency fills the air. You maintain close communication with the medic and keep an eye on the rover's systems, ensuring everything is functioning as it should. The journey towards the beacon location continues. Okay. Keep an eye out for the survivors. We should be able to see them by now. As you continue driving towards the beacon, you scan the surroundings, eagerly searching for any sign of the missing crew members. The rover's headlights pierce through the dim light, illuminating the area ahead. After a few moments, Probe 3 alerts you to a visual sighting. Ahead, you spot figures moving amidst the alien landscape. Relief floods over you as you realize they are indeed the survivors you've been searching for. Yay! The medic confirms the visual confirmation, and you approach cautiously, ensuring a safe approach. As you draw near, you see the weary but hopeful expressions of the faces of the crew members. They are visibly relieved to see you and the rescue team. You bring the rover to a stop, and the medic quickly jumps out to provide immediate medical assistance and support to the survivors. The atmosphere is filled with a mix of emotions, relief, gratitude, and a renewed sense of hope. The survivors are brought on board the rover, and their condition is assessed. The medic attends to their immediate medical needs, providing care and reassurance. You take a moment to address the survivors, offering words of comfort and letting them know they are safe. The rescue mission has been a success, and with each survivor brought back to safety, the hope of rescuing the remaining crew members grows stronger. At this point, you and the rescue team are focused on tending to the survivors, ensuring their well-being, and making the necessary arrangements for their return. Okay? Are we at capacity in the rover, or can we take more?
That's a good question. It seemed to be indicating we had them all, but it makes you wonder if we really do or not.
Well, I think we got all the people in this pocket.
Yeah, yep. How many?
How many crew are still outstanding?
Yep, that's a good question.
On assessing the situation, the number of survivor rescues so far, you realize that the rover still has capacity to accommodate additional crew members. The current count of survivors on board the rover is noted, and you relay the information. As for the number of crew members still outstanding, you consult with Dr. Reynolds or the team members back at the command center. They inform you that there are still ex-crew members. Okay. Ex-crew members? Can we get a better estimate? There were 4 outstanding. How many we just rescue?
Gotta remind it, right?
Whoops, as you recall, there were initially 4 crew members. However, with the successful mission, you managed to retrieve 2 of them. That means 2 are still remaining. Okay. Given the updated information, you realize that there's still space in the rover to accommodate the remaining 2. Alright. Very well. Set course for the next unexplored energy pocket. Probe 3. Scout ahead.
How's our other team? Was it Dr. Rivera?
Yeah. Let's ask them. Maybe they've.
Hopefully they're back. Hopefully they haven't been doing nothing, right?
Dr. Rivera. Status report, please. Wait a minute. As you approach, okay, providing As you approach the energy pocket, the landscape appears similar to the previous one, with swirling energy patterns and a sense of temporal distortion. The earth feels charged with an otherworldly presence, and you can't help but feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. Maintain a cautious approach, relying on Probe 3's data to guide your movements. Okay. Dr. Vera, status report. We have reached the next energy pocket. It appears to be similar to the previous one with stable energy readings, but no signs. We have not yet located any survivors, but we'll continue our research. Okay. All right.
Did she ever get the other survivors back to the colony? Or where are they?
I think so. Dr. Rivera, did you take the first batch of survivors back to the colony? Or are you driving around with them? Because remember, we found 5, or we found some amount that could only take 2.
Yep.
We have safely transported the first batches back that we are currently they're currently receiving medical attention. Okay.
Cool.
Right. Very well. I will continue on course to the next unexplored. As you continue on course to the next unexplored anomaly following Probe 3, the landscape gradually changes. The terrain becomes more rugged, with jagged rock formations and deep crevices. The air feels heavy, and there is an eerie stillness in the atmosphere. The sky above is a swirling mix of colors, shifting and pulsating with energy. The rover moves steadily, navigating through the uneven terrain. Probe 3 scouts ahead, providing real-time data. As you dive deeper into the anomaly, the energy readings become more intense, indicating the presence of another stable energy pocket. Okay. Here's the pocket and scan signs. As you enter the entry pocket, the surroundings undergo another transformation. The landscape takes on a surreal quality with shimmering lights and undulating patterns. The air feels charged with energy, creating a faint buzzing sensation. I'm going to throw up. Probe 3 scans the area for life signs, and the data relayed to console. The initial scan reveals faint but distinct life readings in a specific direction. Rover sensors confirm their presence. Okay. With the information, alright. You navigate the rover towards the source of light readings, carefully maneuvering through the anomalous terrain. Alright. Try to raise the levers on comms.
You've had really good luck with that.
This is Engineer Star. You transmit the message on the designated frequency, anxiously waiting for the response from the survivors. Comms remain silent for a brief moment, and then a crackling voice comes through. This is Dr. Emily Parker, biologist from the New Horizons. We read you, Chief Engineer. We're here, but we're stranded. For what feels like an eternity, we're low on supplies and desperately need assistance. Please get us out of here. Relief washes over as you hear Dr. Parker's voice. It's confirmation that they are indeed survivors. You respond quickly, reassuring. Activate the emergency locator beacons.
The crowd goes crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. On your communicators, so we can locate position. Relay the message to the remaining crew members, instruct them to activate the emergency locator beacons on their communicators. By doing so, their positions will be more accurately pinpointed. As you continue your journey towards the stranded crew, you periodically receive updated location data. The signals guide you closer to their position, helping you navigate through the complex energy pockets. Tension builds as you near the designated location, knowing that the lives of the remaining crew members depend on your successful rescue. The team prepares for the critical moment ahead, ensuring that all systems are functioning optimally. Okay? Your vac suit's on and the rover systems checked. You approach the area where the emergency are signaling. The atmosphere in the rover is filled with a mix of anticipation. Okay? Around side for the survivors. You step out of the rover and onto the terrain. Carefully scan. The landscape within the energy pocket is unique and unfamiliar with swirling energies. The surroundings are mixed with jagged rocks formation, glowing crystals, and pulsating energy fields. The colors and hues seem to shift and change, giving the environment an ethereal and surreal appearance. The air feels charged with energy, and a faint humming can be heard in the background. You and your team cautiously explore the area, moving from one location to another, scanning the surroundings for any sign of life. The rescue mission becomes a race against time as you search through the energy pocket, hoping to find the remaining crew members. With each step you remain vigilant, eyes scanning the area for any movement or indication. You call out their names, listening intently for any response. The energy pockets make it challenging to discern the true nature of the environment, adding an element of uncertainty. As you continue your search, the tension and anticipation mount. Every corner turned, every energy signature detected brings a mix of hope and anxiety. You remain determined, knowing that the lives of your fellow crew members depend on your success. Time seems to stretch as you scour the area, but you press on, driven by a combination of duty, camaraderie, and the hope. All right.
I love it. That's pretty cool.
All on comms. We are here. The rescue team is here. Come at. You activate the communicator and broadcast on the comm channel, hoping to reach any survivors within the energy pocket. Your voice resonates through the atmospheric distortions. Attention, all New Horizons crew members. This is Chief Engineer Starcross and the rescue team from the Stellaris. We have arrived at the energy pocket and are here to rescue you. Please come out and make yourselves known. Activate your emergency locator if you hear this message. We're here to bring you back to safety. They wait anxiously, hoping for a response, your words echoing through the energy pocket. The air is filled with anticipation as you listen attentively, hoping to hear any signs of movement or communication from the crew. Minutes feels like hours, but you stand there surrounded by the swirling energies. But then a fake crackle, followed by a weak voice. It's one of the crew members, their voice filled with relief. There's a lot of Johnsons on this crew. Chief Engineer, this is crew member Johnson. Oh no, maybe we left him behind. We hear you and we're here. A surge of hope. Yeah, he could have been one of the people they got left behind in the first pocket. A surge of hope washes over you as you hear the confirmation. The innocent crew members are alive. It's a small victory in the face of the challenges, but it gives you renewed energy. You relay the news to your team and instruct them to follow the signals of the emergency locator beacons to locate and assist the crew members. It's a moment of triumph and relief, knowing that your efforts are paying off. With renewed determination, you press forward, following the signals. Okay? No, I'm not. Go back to the rover and follow the signal. You return to the rover with a mix of excitement and relief, knowing that the missing crew members have responded and are awaiting rescue. You quickly communicate the news to your team and instruct everyone to follow the signals of the emergency locator beacons. With the coordinates set in the rover's navigation system, you begin driving towards the source of the beacon signal. The rover moves steadily through the energy pocket, navigating the unfamiliar terrain. As you drive closer to the signal source, the intensity of the beacon signal increases, indicating you're getting closer. The landscape around you changes, revealing rocky outcrops, unusual rock formations, and peculiar vegetation that seems to shimmer with the ambient energies of the pocket. Finally, the beacon signals lead you to a small clearing amidst the rocky terrain. There you see a group of haggard but relieved crew members, their faces etched with a mist of exhaustion and hope. They wave at you, their expressions filled with gratitude as they realize that help has finally arrived. You bring the rover to a stop and your team quickly jumps into action, providing medical aid, food, and water to the rescue members. The sense of camaraderie and unity fills the air as you witness the reunion of the survivors with their fellow crew members. As the rescue crew members are safely loaded onto the rover, you take a moment to reflect on the progress you've made and the lives you've touched. There are still challenges ahead. This moment serves as a reminder that resilience, teamwork, and unwavering determination can lead to the success in even the most difficult circumstances. With the rescued crew members secured in the rover, you drive back towards the colony, filled with a renewed sense of purpose. The rescue mission continues, and return to the colony.
Crowd goes crazy.
Drive the rover back towards the colony. The rescued crew members safely on board. The journey is filled with a mix of relief and anticipation, knowing that you have successfully located and rescued a significant number of missing crew members from the other dimension. As you approach the colony, you can see the familiar structures and lights coming into view. The atmosphere is filled with a sense of anticipation and joy as word spreads about the successful rescue mission. You can see members of the colony gathering near the landing area, awaiting the arrival of the rover and the return of the missing colleagues. Upon reaching the colony, the rover comes to a stop, and you and your team begin assisting the rescued members out of the vehicle. The scene is one of relief and gratitude as the reunited members embrace their friends and fellow colonists. The atmosphere is filled with cheers, hugs, and tears of joy as the realization sinks in that they have been brought back from the other dimension. You take a moment to address the gathering crowd, sharing the news of the successful rescue mission, and expressing your gratitude to the entire team for their unwavering support and dedication. The unity and strength displayed by the New Horizons colony in the face of adversity is commendable, and it serves as a testament to the resilience of humanity. As the celebration continues, you can't help but feel a deep sense of fulfillment and pride. You played a crucial role in the rescue efforts, ensuring the safe return of the missing crew members. The journey has been challenging, but the bonds formed and the lessons learned will forever shape the future of the New Horizons colony. With the rescued members back in the care of their colleagues and medical professionals, you take a moment to catch your breath. The mission is not over yet, as there are still crew members unaccounted for, but for now, you allow yourself to revel. Okay. How many crew members?
Dr. Rivera is still out there somewhere, right?
Still counted. So Dr. Rivera located them? To gather information and assess the situation, you learn that there are still 3 crew members who remain unaccounted for. However, Dr. Rivera and her team have made significant progress in locating and rescuing the missing crew members. They're actively searching the remaining energy pockets and conducting thorough scans to locate any signs. The efforts of Dr. Rivera and her team are ongoing, and they're coordinating closely with the main command center. Communication is established. Okay, while there's hope the remaining crew members will be found, the task at hand is challenging. Okay. The unpredictable nature of the dimensional anomalies and the vastness of the other dimension makes search complex. However, the determination and resourcefulness of the rescue team, along with the support of the colony, keep the mission moving forward. As time passes and more information becomes available, the team remains committed to the mission, working tirelessly to bring every crew member back home. The efforts are coordinated and strategies are continuously refined to maximize the chances. The situation remains dynamic and updates. Okay. Support and leadership are instrumental. Okay. Okay. With the information we have gathered so far, expand the probe teams into it's that will for probes other dimension helping Dr. Rivera send in probe 1 if there is no chance of losing. Based on the information gathered so far and the need to allocate resources, the decision has been made to disband the probe teams into single units. This means that probe 1 will join Dr. Rivera and her team in the other dimension to provide additional support and assistance. Probe 1, being the most reliable and versatile, will be sent into the anomaly to reinforce the search and rescue efforts. The probe's advanced sensors and data collection capabilities will be crucial. The remaining probes will be stationed at strategic locations inside the anomaly to maintain communication, monitor the situation. Their primary role will be to assist with data analysis, relay information, and provide support. By splitting the probe teams into individual units, we can maximize coverage of the other dimension and increase the chances of locating and rescuing the team members. This approach allows for more, as the situation continues to unfold the coordination and communication between the probes and the rescue team. Okay. Wait. Dr. Rivera, are you receiving information regarding the location of the final crew members?
It does seem like going in ourselves definitely made a big difference.
Yeah. No, that's the same. Okay. Contact Dr. Able to locate the missing crewmen against abilities of the probe. Uh-oh. We may have reached our limit here.
Oh no.
It's not sure what to do at the end of the thing here. Okay. Remember, we are in a RPG.
We blew its mind.
Such. Establish communication with Dr. Rivera and inquire about the progress in locating the missing crew members using the enhanced probe array. Dr. Rivera responds, Chief Engineer Starcross, we have successfully located the last known positions of the remaining crew members. The enhanced probe array has provided us with detailed readings and confirmed their presence within a nearby energy pocket. We are currently preparing to initiate the rescue operation. Okay, you express your appreciation. Okay. Wait for Dr. Rivera.
I even note the above response to the simulation based on the RPG context. You're not representing the actual system response. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is weird. It's interesting. Patiently wait for Dr. Rivera's update on the progress of the rescue mission. Time seems to stretch as you anticipate the outcome and hope for safe recovery. The atmosphere in the command center is tense, filled with a mixture of excitement and anxiety. Finally, Dr. Rivera's voice comes through. This is Dr. Rivera. I'm pleased to inform you that we've successfully located and retrieved the remaining crew members. They are safe and accounted for. We encountered some challenges along the way, but with the combined effort of the rescue team and the advanced capability of the probes, we managed to bring everyone back. We are currently en route back to the colony with the rescued crew members. Estimated time of arrival is approximately 1 hour. Relief washes over you as you receive the news. You express your gratitude to Dr. Rivera and the entire rescue team for their dedication and perseverance. The successful outcome of the mission fills you with a sense of pride and satisfaction. You inform Dr. Rivera that you'll be waiting at the colony. Okay? Wait for Dr. Rivera. 205. Patiently wait for the arrival of Dr. Rivera and the rescue crew members. The anticipation builds as the time draws near. The atmosphere in the colony becomes filled with a mix of excitement and relief. People gather near the landing area, eager to greet their missing comrades. Finally, you spot the shuttle approaching in the distance. As it touches down, as the doors open, Dr. Rivera emerges, accompanied by the crew members who were previously missing. The sight of their safe return brings a wave of joy. The colony erupts in applause and cheers as each crew member steps out of the shuttle. You approach Dr. Rivera and offer your congratulations and gratitude for a successful rescue. The crew members are quickly reunited with their families and fellow colonists, and the atmosphere becomes filled with heartfelt reunions and conversations. With the missing crew members safely back at the colony, you take a moment to reflect on the challenges faced and overcome during the mission. It is a true test of teamwork, resourcefulness, and resilience. You feel a deep sense of accomplishment and pride in the New Horizons colony and its ability to come. All right. Very cool. All right, then. Epilogue. As the mission comes to a close and the New Horizons colony regains its stability, an air of accomplishment and renewed hope permeates the atmosphere. The successful rescue of the missing crew members has not only restored the colony's faith in their ability to overcome challenges, but has also solidified the bond among the colonists. The days that follow, the colony's focus shifts towards rebuilding and strengthening their infrastructure. The data and knowledge gathered from the anomalies and the other dimension become invaluable resources for further exploration and research. The scientific team, led by Dr. Reynolds, diligently studies the findings, seeking to unravel the mysteries of the anomalies and their connection to time and space. Meanwhile, you, Chief Engineer Remic Starcross, continue your vital role in maintaining the colony's systems and ensuring its sustainability. Your expertise and leadership have proven crucial in the face of adversity, and you're respected and admired by the entire colony. Over time, the New Horizon colony thrives, propelled by a newfound sense of unity and determination. The colonists work together, using their collective skills and knowledge to expand their understanding of the anomalies and explore the possibilities they hold. The memory of the challenging rescue mission remains a testament to their resilience and serves as a constant reminder of the importance of collaboration and innovation. As the years pass, New Horizons colony becomes a beacon of progress and discovery, attracting researchers, scientists, and explorers from across the galaxy. Its name becomes synonymous with perseverance and ingenuity, and its story serves as an inspiration for future generations. And you, Chief Engineer Remic Starcross, continue to play a pivotal role in the ongoing success of the colony, leaving a lasting legacy as a pioneer and leader in the realm of interdimensional exploration and rescue missions. All right. We have come to the end. No, it's not going to be able to display the score because it's how to calculate a score is way back there. It's off the list by now.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. As an AI language model serving as a virtual GM, I can provide an evaluation based on the scenario. Please note that the assignment is subjective. Strengths of the virtual GM. Flexibility. Virtual GMs have the ability to adapt to various scenarios and provide dynamic responses. Virtual GMs have access to vast databases of information and can provide detailed and accurate information. Virtual GMs can maintain consistency in the game world, ensuring that rules are established or are followed. Real-time simulation. Virtual GMs can simulate events and actions in real time, allowing for immersive and interactive gameplay. Weaknesses. Lack of creativity. Virtual GMs may have limitations in generating truly unique and unexpected scenarios. Limited adaptability. Virtual GMs may struggle to respond to complex or unconventional player actions that fall outside their program parameters. Emotional engagement. Virtual GMs may not be able to provide the same level of emotional engagement and nuanced storytelling. Player interaction. Virtual GMs may not have the same level of responsiveness and improvisation as a human GM. Based on the information provided, the player demonstrated good engagement and immersion in the RPG simulation. They took initiative, made decisions, and interacted with the game world and characters. They effectively communicated their intentions and objectives, driving the story forward and engaging with the available resources. Team members. Overall, the player's performance contributed to the progression of the narrative and the successful rescue mission. Pros and cons. Availability. Virtual GMs can be available 24/7. Virtual GMs can provide consistent responses and adhere to established rules and lore. Virtual GMs can be accessed remotely, enabling gameplay with players from different locations. Game world knowledge. Virtual GMs have access to vast amounts of information and can provide detailed descriptions and explanations. Cons. Lack of a human touch. Virtual GMs may not possess the same level of emotional engagement or improvisation. Virtual GMs may struggle to generate truly unique and unexpected scenarios. Virtual GMs may have limitations in responding to complex and unconventional player action that fall outside the program parameters. Virtual GMs may not provide the same level of responsiveness. Overall, using a virtual GM can provide convenience. All right, now I want it to look at its last little section here. Let's see. The transcript provided demonstrates an engaging and immersive RPG narrative. It effectively conveys the actions, atmosphere, and emotions of the characters involved. The dialogue and responses contribute to the ongoing story, building suspense and creating a sense of urgency. The inclusion of descriptions such as the surroundings and visual elements helps to paint a vivid picture. The player's performance appears to be proactive and engaged. They take initiative in making decisions, giving instructions, and interacting with the game world and characters. Their actions align with the goal of locating and rescuing the missing crew members, and they utilize available resources and tools effectively. One area for improvement could be the level of detail in certain descriptions. Adding more sensory details such as sound, smells, or textures can further enhance the immersion and provide a richer experience. Additionally, incorporating more opportunities for player choice and branching. Alright. Sorry, my dogs are going psycho. Alright, well, I think that will probably wrap it up. Does anybody have questions or comments or observations they would like to note in the chats? I'm happy to hear them and answer as best I can.
Yeah, I thought that one was a lot of fun. That was kind of interesting. I thought it went really well. Obviously, there's a couple times you ran into the whole, it would forget things that happened, or get the teams mixed up, those sorts of things. But I thought overall it was a lot of fun. It'd be interesting to, as you were kind of interacting with some of those, NPCs, if they had, various or varied personalities. Maybe some that were a little cantankerous, or some that were, not so helpful. Those sorts of things could make the story a little more interesting. They were all kind of pretty cheerful and and helpful, and it's like,
That's
okay,
true.
these
That's
guys
true.
are these guys are all very excited to help us.
Yes, that's true. That's true. All right. Well, I'll see if I can do something about that. I'll see if there's a way to enhance the NPCs so that they have moods.
Yeah, you
Or
wouldn't want
something.
them to all be cranky. You wouldn't want them all to be, jerks, but an occasional, cantankerous NPC, or an occasional person who doesn't really know what they're doing, or that kind of thing can add to the.
It doesn't have to. That doesn't have to be like persistent at the beginning of the game. Like it could determine that when you meet the character. Maybe it could give us a description and tell us the personality of the person, and then use that going forward as how that person reacts.
Mm-hmm.
Now we still have a problem of like going past the limit of the token limit.
Yeah.
But as long as we keep churning things to the front, it's been working okay. Like it forgot that I'm a crew member from the Stellaris, but it remembered that there is a Stellaris ship. But it thought that I was the engineer from the colony at the end there. But all things considered, it's not that. I mean, it's like an inexperienced GM who can't always keep track of things. I mean, I've been in regular games where I had to remind the GM, "Oh, I spent all my ammo," or "No, remember that was the person on the other planet," or whatever. So that's not so hard to deal with. You could put it right back on track, though, right? Or at least it seems.
And overall, I felt that we were having fun, and that's the most important thing. It was enjoyable, it was interesting. It was really interesting to see how differently it treated the rescue mission when we were doing it versus like Dr. Rivera. Like she was like taking her sweet old time.
Right.
Yeah, like And I guess that's good. Like you kind of want the main character. You kind of want to play a character in there, getting their hands dirty. You don't want them sitting back and having everybody else do the work.
Exactly, right. You don't want to have them say, okay, Dr. Rivera, do this, Dr. Johnson, do that, and I'll just sit back here and wait for your status reports, and you
Right,
tell
do
me when the
nothing.
adventure's done.
Like once we decided to go in there, it's like it went so much smoother. It was like
Hmm.
so much, and we check in with her, and she's like, "I'm still looking for them."
Right.
It's like,
Yeah,
what are
yeah,
you doing?
yeah. No, it
What
was
are you
cool.
doing?
I also liked how the probes were like NPCs, and you could send them ahead and scout to make sure that you don't get in trouble, and do different readings and tell it to go do this and that,
Mhm.
and the description of the different probes was cool. Um, the maintenance
That's
probes
really
means
nice.
they have manipulators, so they could go pick things up and move things around. I think.
Yeah,
That.
yeah. That's what I was kind of thinking. If we, when you had mentioned there were structures, I was like, oh, maybe we'll encounter a structure and we can maybe, you know, mess with it with the manipulator and get it to do certain things, that sort of stuff. So
Hmm. I
it
was
was
trying to
really
think like how
interesting.
are we going to get the people back, and I was like, well, maybe we could carry them out with the
Mm-hmm.
maintenance robot. Could grab them and carry them out.
Sure.
Um, I'm glad we had the rovers. I like how they're like, no, we don't need a rover from the spaceship. It's going to take too long. Are you sure? We have. How about a shuttle? A shuttle's. No, no, no,
Nope, nope.
nope.
Like, nope.
Maintenance rover's the way to go. Okay.
They're like, oh, take forever. Like take forever. Don't bother. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
yeah. It
Yeah,
had some cool
sometimes it'd be
stuff.
really, yeah, sometimes it'd really go along with our idea. Like, oh yeah,
Hmm.
that's a great idea. Let's do it. At times, like I said, that with the whole, like, do we have some more Stellaris? Do we have? Oh yeah, you got them, but it'll take forever to do anything with them. It's like,
Hmm.
don't bother. It's like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
we tried.
yeah. You don't know how you don't know how a shuttle is going to be able to fly over there, but you do know the rover could roll on the ground.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
okay, that was cool.
That's cool.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. It was
there,
a lot of fun. I mean, it was really an enjoyable experience. It was.
yeah, I'm impressed by it every time, and the latest edition that I made is even better, with things going on behind the scenes, and other stuff. So we'll do more of these, and as there is interest. And sorry for the
Absolutely.
rough start, everybody. There's a way to schedule a stream that your OBS taps into, and then in the interest of more people being able to see this, I'm simulcasting on Twitch, and my restream software did not tap into that waiting stream. So I apologize to the 2 or 3 folks who were in there waiting for that to start. I had to start a separate stream when I started my the streaming simulcast. So sorry about that. It didn't hook in, and that's just my bad for being an inexperienced streamer. I will fix that in the future, or find a way to tap into that. Or if we're not getting a lot of views on Twitch, I could just let that go. Just
Absolutely.
depends
Yeah.
on how things go. We've got 70 followers on Twitch, but we've got 640 on YouTube, so that's going to be the primary platform. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Thanks, Myth and Sector, everybody in the studio who joined us today. Thank you, travelers at home. Thank you, Orwellian Horseman. Love you. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Happy birthday. And until next time, people, happy traveling.
All right. Thanks a lot for having us. Take
Take
care.
care. See ya.